All right, all right. Check, check. This is Irvin Humphrey, Director of Sports Training and Competition for Special Olympics Arkansas. I want to thank everyone for being on the call today. It is 2 p.m., so we're definitely going to get started. Um, First, just a few things. If anyone has any questions or any questions during the training, please put your questions into the Q&A box at the bottom, and we'll go over them after we go through all of the information about bocce. For those who were asking, this training does certify you as a bocce coach in Special Olympics Arkansas. Of course, there's more things that you have to obtain in order to make that certification um, complete, which I'll go over those towards the end of the training. But this does certify you as a bocce coach in Special Olympics Arkansas. So thank you all for getting on the call. And also, we will send a certification certificate out to everyone prior following the call. So you should get that either today or tomorrow. So as we get started, we have a special guest, Coach Tony Nago from Area 10. Nago has been a Special Olympics coach for 44 years. She is an area director for Area 10. She has attended Special Olympics Arkansas. She was a head coach for Team Arkansas in 2018 for USA Games. She is the bocce director for Special Olympics Arkansas as well. And I will turn it over to Nago. But please remember, if you have any questions, please put them in the box so we can go over them towards the end of the call. And Nago, I'll turn it over to you.
Now you're good.
Hello, everyone. Jennifer muted me already. We miss everyone. We hope you're all staying safe and doing all the right things. Today, we're going to talk about bocce. It's a year-round sport. We can do it inside or out. We usually do it at area games, unified fall games, and state summer games. Area bocce competitions allow age varies per area. So please contact your local area director for information. The events offered, we offered singles, which of course is one player, doubles 2, a team consists of 4, and unified sports bocce doubles is 2, and the unified sports bocce team is 4. You're only able to register for one event. The equipment, we have nice pictures of the equipment that consist of 8 balls, as you see in the picture, and a smaller target called the Polina. You'll also need a measuring device, and if you are visually impaired, a volunteer can do a beeper, and ramps can be used if needed. There are no mechanical devices used. And here's a great picture of a bocce set. Please, if your area needs a bocce set, please contact your area director or the state. The ones at Walmart and other places may not be regulation. So keep that in mind purchasing items. As far as the uniform goes, we like a collared shirt or a t-shirt, dress shorts or pants. We will allow athletic shorts and sweatpants if necessary, but we want all members of the team to wear shirts and shorts that are identical in color and style. Tennis shoes are required. Jewelry and denim are prohibited. Again, denim is prohibited. A great picture of the Hope group, and they all match. They look really nice. The rules: That's my girl. The rules: a 4-player team, you get 16 points. A 2-player team is 12, and a 1-player team is 12. If we have a lot of teams and singles and doubles, then we may need to set a time limit during some of the games. Very important is no coach or coaching is allowed from the sidelines once the athletes or partners step on the field of play. You are not able to coach. A single player is allowed 4 balls, a double is allowed 2, and teams, each player plays 1 ball. Sequence of play. Coin toss by the referee will determine which team has the palina and the choice of the ball color. The palina is rolled and tossed by a member of the team winning that coin toss. The player who tosses the palina must also be the one that delivers the first ball. And this nearest ball rule governs the sequence of the balls in place. Ball delivery, you can toss it, bounce it, bank it down the court. A player can spot or hit out of the ball in play trying to obtain a point. The players of the team may elect to play the ball by any rotation as long as the player who delivers the palita tosses the first ball, and then the rotation can vary. At the end of the frame, scoring is determined as follows. Points are awarded to the team whose balls are closer to the palina than the closest ball of the opposing team, which can be determined by viewing or mechanical measurements. You may request a mechanical measurement if you're in doubt, and the referee will announce the points and color at the end of the frame. In the event that the 2 balls closest from opposing teams, no points will be awarded, and the palina returns to the team which delivered it. Another nice picture. Fouls. All fouls are called by the referee. You've got foul line fouls, moving ball or palina fouls, playing an extra ball, accidental movement of the ball by the referee, interference with the ball in motion, a wrong color ball delivery, as well as wrong rotation. Move, next one. Next one. Wrong rotation of play. All these will be determined by the referee. Another great shot. Unified bocce is played as a doubles competition or team competition. Each unified sports doubles team consists of 1 athlete and 1 partner, while unified teams should consist of 2 athletes and 2 partners. There's no requirement within these rules as to who, athlete or partner, plays the palina or the first bocce ball in order to change from game to game or frame to frame. Unified bocce will follow the same rules as outlined previously, and there'll be no change to a typical double match. Keep in mind that unified bocce doubles and teams for school age, they have to be a part of a unified champion school team. And this is new. Now for a nice video on how to play bocce.
The goal of bocce ball is to get more points than the other team. Score points by rolling your bocce balls closer to the white ball than your opponents. To get started, split up into 2 teams and give each team 4 balls of the same color. Then Throw the white ball, called the palina, halfway down the court. Have each team take alternating turns, rolling their bocce balls toward the white ball. You can hit the palina with your balls to reposition it, or hit the other team's balls to knock them away from the palina if you'd like. If a bocce ball goes out of bounds or hits the wall of the court, it is a dead ball and is ignored at the end of the round. After all 8 bocce balls are thrown, go to the palina and check to see which team ended with a ball closest to it, or use a measuring tape to get precise measurements. The team with the closest ball is the only team that can score that round. Award 1 point for each ball that is closer than the opposing team's closest ball. A maximum of 4 points can be awarded in a single round. After points have been calculated, each team picks their balls back up, and the winning team rolls the palina to start a new round. Play until a team reaches 12 points to determine the winner.
Okay. Are there any questions about the rules of bocce?
If you do have some.
Where will they come up?
If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the Q&A or in the chat box, either one.
While we have some questions popping in there, I just wanted to say definitely thank you, Nago, for taking time out to teach our coaches bocce. Please keep in mind that a lot of sports are different, so there may be some sports that are a little more technical that we go over on virtual trainings, such as athletics or powerlifting, so they may take a little more time. We may even go over time a little bit at some points. But with bocce and any other sports that we are teaching you guys, please make sure you go to the resources page, which could be found on the website, so you can get the rules and go over everything again. Jen, I think there's some questions coming up if you want to bring those up to Nago.
Okay. What did you say about the school age unified bocce players?
Okay, on school age, they have to play on a unified team.
And they have to be part of the Unified Champion Schools program. Will the printed rules be available to us to download?
Yes, yes, they are available online.
Yes, Candy, they are. And we will also put it in the follow-up email for this webinar. We'll make sure that the rules are posted. Debbie, hi Noggle, what happens if the palina is hit into the wall?
It stays there. And you play off of it right there. If it's if you don't have a background wall, then you bring it out a little bit.
What happens to the score if the score is tied?
Oh, here it is. In the event that 2 balls closest, see, no points are awarded at the end of the frame, but if the ties, you would go on to the next until someone scores a point.
Okay. Do they have to dress alike? And if not, what happens?
Well, yes, they need to dress alike. And I would probably tell them to go change. It's what I will do. They need to be in uniform.
Irvin, do you have a follow-up on that?
Yes, definitely agree with Nago. We would love any sport that we offer is a competition. So if there is a uniform or if they can dress alike, we would definitely like for everyone to. One thing that we're looking at doing is trying to get pennies, especially for bocce. So if a team doesn't dress alike, maybe they have 2 red pennies for 2 partners or 2 athletes on the same team of some sort. So, but we definitely encourage everyone to dress alike if they're on the same team.
Okay. What is the time limit per round for bocce? And does it change from unified to non-unified?
That will probably be determined by how many teams we have as far as the time that we're going to allot. And that should not change between unified or non-unified.
That rule still applies on
Right.
the
It
competition.
applies to both of them. And that would just depend on how many people we have playing when what our time limit is for the entire sport. So that would just have to be determined by the people there.
But the time limit is only instilled if they haven't made it to the
Correct.
points they're supposed to.
Correct.
Candy, where will bocce competitions take place? In each area or where?
Most of the time, our area does it at our area games. I think that's some of the areas did. They have like a bocce tournament day. Competition will take place at state games, at Unified Fall Sports this year, and then usually at your area.
All right, Candy is from Area 3. Does Area 3 have a bocce day? Candy and Irvin can help me on this, but I think Area 3 offers bocce at their spring games, but it's only for masters as of now. If Tanya decides to change that, I will have her let you know. But I think in the past it's only been, but just recent, like just this year, have we allowed Unified Champion schools to participate in bocce on a state level? So she might look at changing that on her area.
Yep, that's correct, Jen.
Okay. Leslie, where is it held in Area 5? I don't think Area 5 has hosted a area bocce event, but our state competition is pretty close to Area 5, which is in Conway at UCA at Unified Sports Fall Games. Irvin, back me up on that too.
Yeah, that's correct. And I just want everyone to keep in mind that every area doesn't offer every single sport that we're going over. So you may not see bocce in your area. In that case, if you are interested in competing in another area, if they are offering it and they have space, then we would contact the area to see if an athlete can come and compete in another area. I know I said another a few times, but just keep in mind that bocce isn't offered in every single area, but definitely contact your area director just to see if it's offered or if they're in the process of looking into offering it or adding another sport, and then we can go from there.
All right, and Leslie has a follow-up question. And if somebody wants to play unified softball and unified bocce at fall games, you cannot do that. You have to choose one or the other. And then Jennifer, are there any plans for including bocce competition for school-age teams at summer games? The answer to that is no. We have completely pulled unified bocce from summer games, and it is now part of our Unified Sports Fall Games event in the fall at UCA. So bocce grew really fast and we had lots of interest and we needed to kind of break it up a little bit. So it's just traditional that's offered at summer games. And then unified bocce is at Unified Sports Fall Games. I would like to offer Lincoln in Area 3 if there's ever a need for a place to host it. Okay, I will let Tanya know. Thanks, Candy. Thank you for all you do. It's very appreciated, Noggle. Can Unified Bocce's partners participate in basketball or a winter sport and in bocce fall sport? Yes, Jennifer, they can. All right, I think that's all the questions, Irvin, for bocce. I'm passing it back to you.
Perfect. And we'll keep an eye on it, see if any other questions pop in. But again, thank you, Nago, so much for taking the time out to teach our coaches. If anyone needs to contact Nago, we can definitely share an email address. And then if you have any questions there, but please remember, if you get a chance, go print out the Special Olympics bocce rules. Make sure you know that back and front. Also, don't be afraid to go on YouTube, look up some bocce videos or anything that you can. Also, reach out to other coaches that you know that are familiar with the sport, just to get as much information as you can. So thank you all for well, thank you again, Nago, for taking the time out to talk to our coaches about bocce and inform them and certify them, I should say, as well. So thank you, Nago.
Oh, you're welcome. If y'all have any questions or need to know anything, please, you're going to give them my email address, aren't you?
Yes, we will put Noggle's contact information in the follow-up email. We'll make sure that's included also.
Perfect, perfect. All right, so for everyone that's still on, we're not finished yet. We want to go on to just talk about coaches training. For those who are not familiar, we have changed the structure of our online coaches certification. And here I will give everyone an example with a quick walkthrough of the new page. All right, so I should be sharing the screen now, but here's our homepage, specialolympicsarkansas.org. If you click on Get Involved and go down to the Coaches tab, you will see that we kind of made a change to the website a little bit. Here, for one, you'll find some resources for coaches as far as example workouts and training schedules that you can use with any sport. These are pretty generic templates that every coach can use. And here are some training information, videos, you name it. We try to put everything we can right here. So what we're looking for right now under the coach's website is right here, the coach training and progression plan. So you'll click here. Here is an outline of the plan, but at the bottom, when I talk about elective courses that coaches can take to become recertified online, you'll find those courses here at the bottom. Also, you'll find additional training resources here as well for coaches. But here's a quick outline, but what everyone should look at doing is downloading this entire checklist for yourself. So you'll click on this. And here is the new training and progression plan for coaches. And I'll walk you through it real fast. But when a coach fills this out, it's either they're becoming a new coach or recertifying every 3 years. So you'll put the information, what sport you're becoming certified in, and email, and you'll attach any document that you need from your coaching level that you're becoming certified in. So I'll start real fast and breaking it down. For a new coach, what you're looking to do, of course, everyone, if you've been certified before, you'll see how you'll be pretty familiar with everything that you see here. But to become a certified coach, you must have a current protective behaviors, concussion training, which you can take one of these courses, and a general orientation. You must have a current Class A volunteer form, and all of these links are clickable, and that'll bring you directly to what you need. So besides those, you'll have to be certified in a minimum of one sport, and we have in-person training or online sport-specific training. Today was an online sport-specific training which certified you for bocce. So you can check this box off, and we're sending certifications out sometime this week. So you'll already check that box off. If you're a new coach and a first timer, of course, you'll skip this one, which says maintain your sports certification by taking approved continuing education courses, because this is tied to recertification. So you won't have to worry about that being your first time. Then you'll go right here. For those who are coaching unified sports, complete the course of coaching unified sports. For any courses that have a charge, we are not responsible for them, especially the elective courses that I showed you. There are some free ones, but what we wanted to do is, instead of coaches becoming recertified in a sport and learning that sport over and over every 3 years. We would just want you to expand your knowledge on coaching. So some of the courses that you see may be something that benefits you as a coach, and you don't have to take the stuff that you know over and over. So that's one thing we were looking at doing. But in order to become a certified coach, these are the things you need. Pretty much you'll almost all of these come with some type of certification of some sort, but you'll just make sure you have all of the documents together along with this sheet, and you'll send it in. We prefer email, but if you can mail it, that would be perfect. We highly do not recommend faxing it to the office because faxes have been acting up a bit. So that's a quick recap on how to become a new coach. For recertification, what you'll do is you'll go down the line again. So you'll take protective behaviors, concussion, and protective behaviors and one of the concussion courses. General orientation is a one-time deal, so you might not have to worry about that. Then you must have another background check for recertification. You have already been certified in the sport once, but in order to maintain that certification, you can take one of those elective courses, or if there is an in-person training for that sport, you are allowed to go to that training as well for recertification. So you can take one of those elective courses or go to an in-person training. And then of course you'll take coaching unified sports. So once you complete those, whether you're a new coach or recertifying, you'll become a coach, and then we'll send you a certificate saying that you are officially a coach. For those who are going above and beyond, we have 3 levels now: bronze, silver, and gold. For the bronze level, you must complete all certified coach level requirements at the beginning. You must have coached Special Olympics athlete for a minimum of 1 year in that sport. So if you're a new coach, that means you can't automatically go to the bronze level. If today is your first time being certified in bocce, you can't become a bronze level bocce coach right now. That'll come once you have coached at least a minimum of 1 year. On top of that, you must complete CPR certification. We will try to offer them when we can, but it is on your own to get your CPR certification. Also, another step, you must actively participate in Fit 5 wellness program. All of the information that you need is there, and also the yearly exercise and nutrition and hydration tracking sheet. You'll find everything you need in this link. And then you must complete the course Coaching Special Olympics Athlete. This is a 1995 course. Again, we are not responsible for any charges for each training or any trainings that cost, but we will try to offer face-to-face when possible for these trainings. So just keep that in mind as well. So if you complete these steps, then you'll become a bronze level coach. And then if you'd like to move on to the silver level coach, here are the requirements as well. Of course, you have to complete everything above. You must appoint an athlete to lead healthy habits, fitness for a portion of practice. Everything you need is right there and all of the information. Include individual athlete goal settings in your trainings. Also increase your training program from 8 weeks to 12 weeks. For those who aren't familiar, per Article 1 of the Special Olympics rules, every athlete should train 8 weeks prior to an event. So this is pretty much going from what everyone does now, that 8 weeks training, and then expand it to 12 weeks and giving our athletes more training prior to competition. You've seen on the other page where we have examples of training that you can use, but you can use those examples and send those in as well. And then the last level on a silver coach level is complete the course Coaching Essentials, which is a 1995 course that we will try to offer face-to-face when possible. With the silver level, you'll see the note at the top. It says level required of head coaches attending USA national games in the specific sport being coached. This These are requirements that came down from Special Olympics North America, so we're just trying to abide by it. But one thing you'll notice, if you ever go to another state, one thing that we're trying to do is have it consistent across states. So if someone was to have to move to Oklahoma, for example, this would be partially most of the same things that you'll need to become a certified coach in Oklahoma, and we'll just be able to send that information over and vice versa. So that's one thing we're trying to make consistent with other programs as well. So past the silver level, gold level coach, note level required for coaches attending World Games. And just to inform everyone, just because you are a silver or gold level coach, that does not guarantee that you will attend a USA National Games or World Games. Those are just requirements. But for gold level coaches, you'll complete all silver coach level requirements. You'll complete a minimum of 1 tactics advanced training course. Here are 2 right here, and there's more that can be found on that previous page that I showed you. You'll participate in 2 elective training courses provided below. Those can be found on the other page as well. And you'll increase your 12-week training program to a minimum of 24 weeks. And that would just require you having a training schedule, a visible training schedule that you'll send in. And then you'll work with athletes to develop a year-round training wellness plan. And here are resources for you to do that as well. One thing to keep in mind, I know I'm throwing a lot of courses out there, a lot of online courses that you're able to use. If there's any coaches or any teachers, coaches, anyone out there that has trainings that you think would be beneficial for our coaches in Special Olympics Arkansas, please send those links to me so I can check out the course and possibly offer those as recertification courses as well. Or if they are advanced training courses, I can offer those as tactics courses. So that's a quick run through of the new training and progression program. Please, if you have any questions, I'll give everyone a few minutes to type them in. Oh, also, I'm sorry. One question that I did ask about any trainings that we do have. We are aware that some people may have more than one person on a computer during each training. Please keep in mind we only send certifications out for those who have signed up via email. So please let us know if that is the case. If you may have 2 or 3 people on one computer or something along those lines. So we can make sure everyone is certified that is deserving. Mr. Mark says, should I send the paperwork for each of my coaches that are training to you, to our area trainer, or do my individual coaches send it directly? I would have your individual coaches send it directly. One thing is with the training and progression plan, you may have a coach that just wants to become a certified coach, or you may have a coach that wants to go above and beyond. So I would have them send it individually, and please, again, email it to me would be the fastest way to make sure we have it, or if you mail it in, we definitely prefer those.
Hey, Irvin, one question Todd asked, are background checks good every 5 years? I did type in the answer, but I did want to reiterate, they're good for 3 years.
Yes. Yes, and 3 is the magic number, as you see, for pretty much everything. We haven't changed that number. So recertifications are good for 3 years. Background checks, CPR certifications, they are good for 3 years. And do we have, let's see if we have any other questions.
Leslie says partners still need to fill out background checks as well.
Yes, we would love for our partners to fill out background checks as well.
Marcia says, I was certified years ago, but didn't keep it up. Do I start new now?
If it has been within or over 3 years, I would definitely start new now, especially since we have changed pretty much the plan for coaching a little bit. There were a few changes from the previous requirements, so I would definitely start new now. And this is pretty much one of the hardest parts right here is getting that in-person sports-specific training. So most of everything else can be completed online. So, but I would definitely start new now.
Candy, is there somewhere on the website that we can check when we need to recertify?
That's one thing we're working on. We're working with Special Olympics North America to update our GMS program with all of our certifications. So we are looking at the best way to get that out to coaches. So whether that's in the form of an Excel file online that can be found, but as of now, please just reach out to us, whether it's Jennifer or myself, and we can look that information up if you are in need of being recertified or if you're already certified.
Partner background checks are good for 3 years. Yes, Candy, they are, but we only do background checks on 18 and older. So your school age partners, they're just required to get 2 signatures of recommendation. So that, just to kind of clarify that for you. Bobby, can a non-certified teacher become a certified coach? Yes.
Yes, that is correct. They'll just have to go through the same process on the progression plan as everyone else, from protective behaviors, concussion certification, background check, and everything on the list. So, but they can become certified. All right. Are there any other questions? Well, I think that may be it for now. Again, Nago, thank you so much for teaching our coaches the game of bocce. Again, we'll be sending out Nago's contact information if you have any questions. Coaches, please go print out or download, I should say, if you're on your computer, the rules to bocce and go over those. We covered pretty much everything in the rules, but of course, there are some additional things as far as training ideas and things of that nature that may be beneficial to you as well. And also just for that basic information to keep in your back pocket, I would go download those rules as well. If we, yep.
Real quick, sorry. Brianna said, how do I find out if you received my certification?
If I received it, I will. With that, I'm sending out certification cards once your full certification is complete. So that's how you'll officially know that I have everything that you have sent in, and that you're a official certified coach. And also, I'm sorry, I forgot. With the training and progression plan, if you have reached the bronze, silver, or gold level, you will receive a lanyard of that color. If you reach the gold level, you will also receive a t-shirt as well. So that's another way that you'll know. With concussion, um, or any other certification online, you should receive a certificate. I would definitely keep a copy of it, but send it to me. But most of the time, I should receive an email saying that you did complete those courses as well. So, but just to be on the safe side, make sure you keep a copy of your certification once completed and send it in to me as well.
The cards, Candy, are not with every training, but the ones that you're doing online, you will receive an email of a completion of doing this course. And some of our state ones, you will have gotten a card, but that's not across the board for everybody. And Irvin, you just answered the concussion question, correct? Sorry.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's what I was. Okay, I think, do we have any more questions, Jen?
I don't see any more. Thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you, Noggle, for your wisdom and teaching us bocce today.
Yes. Thank you all. Definitely on May 5th, this Tuesday at 10 o'clock, we will have coaching athletics. So please, if you're able to get on, that is another sports specific training, which means you'll be certified in athletics. That may be a little longer course because there's a lot more events within athletics. So please keep that in mind. But thank you all so much for everything, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything.
Irvin Leslie said, thank y'all so much and hope the baby is doing good.
Oh, thank you, Leslie. He is doing great. Thank you. So thank you all. Thank you. And
All right.
let us know if you guys need anything.
Thanks, guys.
So I guess my question is, do area